Well, it is all over at Peter Mokaba Stadium, but Sekhukhune United won. Amakhosi abafana bokuthula noxolo won. Amakhosi, it was a game where they actually needed to get 3 points to ensure that they get into the top 8. But Sekhukhune said, not today, maybe on the next game, but not today. In fact, Amakhosi tried because they actually tried to get in the box. We saw some encounters where like strikers like Dupree's, the one that we haven't seen playing in a while. But Namhlanje came in and tried to raise a hand, but unfortunately it wasn't their day for today. This is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe. We are here. Let me come usiboniso Sizo wakwamnikazi Sibongo, and as usual angihambi ngedwa ngiphethe coach Kila Mphela bathi hey lo plumber wakho
hey lo plumber lo sebaprove into eningi wrong lo plumber lo wathi uyaqhubeka uyaplumber.
But the thing about the plumber said the Pirates was going to walk over the Chiefs at Mabhida Stadium.
Yeah, plumber phela. Yeah, wadla humble pie. Wena ayikho into ithanda nje ngaleyo.
I enjoyed.
But uyazi sikakhuluma into ezu8. Ezu6. So ezile into ekade ngisho ezu2. But here uyazi now, you know when you are dark when you are black, you are always dimmed. So yabo nje bayisho yakho lemhlophe makunechashaza lilothe kulekubuke lona kodwa lonke leli shirt lelisweli right. So it's exactly the same thing. Akusangiphatha ukungiphatha kabukhuleka.
No, people say ukuthi phela we expect a lot. Phela nina ama CAF qualified coach nama licenses, and then this guy is of course we're going to question that. Last time we spoke, you said you agreed with Junior Khan ukuthi Orlando Pirates is the best attacking team in our league, but as we speak, Sundowns have scored 63 goals and Orlando Pirates have only managed to score 40 goals, including the goal that we saw today. Now, which one is the better attacking team between the two? So that was the point of discussion, and that's why we find people questioning Lapayana YouTube. They always ask us these things, because if you say like this and then our stats show something else, you know, it's very questionable. Salles, amagoli akhe athini, ama-assist akhe athini, but people said it's a scam. So, of course, we're going to question this.
Yes, because we don't look football the same way. Mina, I'm still, even today, I'm still waiting for one coach that will say, no, Sundowns is the best. I'm talking about the coach now, not just a fan. Because even on that day, I explained to it, the problem here in Pirates is the quality. Pirates doesn't have that much quality as opposed to Sundowns. But in terms of box entries, where in Pirates is the best attacking team, the Pirates will always make great opportunities. Always, each and every half. Sundowns can play the whole half, not create any opportunity, make 2 box entries. But when they come, they make sure that whenever they get that small opportunity, that they make use of it. So, yeah, you look at the stats. But that's why Steve Campbell, he said stats is just a bikini because it doesn't show you everything. So now if you're going to tell me about the stats, everything, if the stats...
That's just a what?
Huh?
It's a bikini.
Yeah, it's a bikini. It doesn't reveal anything. You're always thinking you're seeing something, but you don't see something. So there's something behind the bikini. Because if the stats, Ngempela, were everything was done on stats, Makhopa will not be playing for Bafana Bafana. Then you ask yourself why Bafana is so successful, and then Hugo Bruce always calls Makhopa, and then Makhopa doesn't even score 5 goals in a season, and then but he is a striker. But Hugo Bruce, that man, Hugo Bruce now you know Hugo Bruce. So things like that. So if you are going to focus only on stats, hey, you will be having too much problems.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to agree with you, which is something that I don't like. I don't like it very much. Yeah, Makhopa, the hold-up plays, the defensive work, and the mobility on the ball, all those things, I think it counts. Hence, he often play with Bafana, even though I'm a goal in our goal in a Pirates. But let's move along. Namhlanje we're here for Kaizer Chiefs, Sekhukhune. The score 1-1. We wanted something to come up with out of this game because we want to see Amakhosi. We empty an 8. They've shown that they are winning. They won the cup. They won the Nedbank Cup. They've shown that there is something there. So there's a possibility if they are on the empty an 8 to do something and bring something for Impofana. But today it wasn't the day. Take us through the game, the first half and the second half analysis of the game, the key players that you saw, everything.
Okay, let me start by this. Now it's crunch time. Everybody's playing for something. Sekhukhune wanted to cement that place on going for the CAF spot.
Sure.
But it wasn't to be. They flopped. And then Stellenbosch now they overtaken them. And then the Kaizer Chiefs now, they wanted to go to top 8. You remember last week when I told you that they can win the cup, but they won't even go to top 8. Because I still maintain that, Napi is a plumber. Napi is a plumber, Papa. A plumber angempela leyana. A plumber. Yeah. So about today's games, Sekhukhune approached the game with the 4-2-3-1. They built up from the back. They went through the wings. They used the speed of Umakhala. Numerous opportunities. First goal, they got the goal in the first 15 minutes of the game, which I always tell you that Kaizer Chiefs will always concede on critical times. And even today, it was the same thing. But before I even go further, let me upload that young guy, Amakhosi, the one that was playing left back. That guy is good. That guy is good. And then you're asking yourself, Chiefs have been having problems on the left back, or cross, they've making a blunder, or Martial, they have not been playing. So the guy has been there. Why the guy has not been introduced? Because you can see that the guy is solid, and then although he's still young, but you can see, or maybe he saw on the other side of the road that now they are just bringing the cocomelons, and then now maybe they don't got the confidence of giving them cocomelons.
It's a captain, MDC.
Because we could see even stage fright, he didn't have the stage fright on that day. So I think, that was the thing. He came Kaizer Chiefs, Kaizer Chiefs confused him namhlanje. First half Kaizer Chiefs idlala ama long balls. Seren is going on the side, is playing a long ball. Kaizer Chiefs is playing a 5-4-1, it's always long ball. I'm asking myself, can't he? All up said he wants Kaizer Chiefs to attack, because Kaizer Chiefs doesn't defend. Kaizer Chiefs' culture is to attack. But the way I saw him attacking today, using the only helicopter football. Then, because when you're using a helicopter football, for me, when you're using helicopter football, you need to go on the side and then you cross and then you compete. Now you have Lilepo there, you only crossing left and right. Okay, you only crossing on the right. There's a traffic lap. Lilepo inverts lapha right. Upulemode is also on the right. Gaston Sereno is central. They are always on the right. So who is going to play on this other side? So that's why Kaizer Chiefs, especially first half, they didn't have control of the game. Sekhukhune was the one that was controlling the game. Omunara, no, Mkhize in the midfield, they were posting the midfield, of which it gives Kaizer Chiefs more problems. And then Kaizer Chiefs was playing on the back foot, which resulted in Kaizer Chiefs to play on ama counter attacks. And then second half, the game for me, it was more balanced, because it's more, when Kaizer Chiefs came back to the second half, I think the mentality just changed, especially when they made a mess up, when they bring in Tetwa, they started to play. When they bring out to Priest, they started to play. It's just that the plumber continued to be a plumber. When he made the mass substitutions around 88 minutes or 85 minutes, you bring in Omotlo, no. You bring Omotlo, no Plum. Like we've seen, the coach is confused. But the way they played about Tuba, no Shabalala, and also this mentality, I think these guys of those. No, this cocomelons of David in the mentality. There's something wrong about Tube. Even the Nabom to Shabalala. They have a certain anger. All the times they always they always create fouls. They always create unnecessary things. This is professional football. They must look at the other side. How does players like Umfukeng, they carry themselves? Nabonkota, they always carry themselves the way they carry themselves, so that they have longevity in their career.
I think that's when the coaching comes in, because you've got a talent. Even will tell you, even in Nagomanyama industries, maybe in acting and whatnot, you've got a talent, but over and above that, you need somebody that will now polish you and guide you to go through a certain direction. I hear you. You speak about certain players that were introduced, and then if I look into those players right now, it's the end of the season, and the coach mentally probably preparing for the next season, and you want to see who are the players that you are keeping in your team, but at the same time you want to fight for the top 8. So the introduction of those players that you're speaking about on the 80th minutes, I hear you say that's where the plumbing comes in, but I think this was the opportunity to see who are you keeping for the next season and who are you playing.
And when you're doing that thing, at least you need to keep a player at least 15 minutes. Not after 60 minutes, you could see. I could see in that game, because Kaizer Chiefs did get opportunities, they did have their breaks and transitions where they find themselves behind the defense. It's just they cleared the ball over the line, and also on the other side, it's Sekhukhune and they can miss, man. Hey, they can miss a 1-on-1 on the 6-yard. You are already on the 6-yard, but you still missing. I don't even know. It's two great opportunities. They lost, and so I could say that okay, the game will just end like this because there is no one that is going to score. Then you started to see Chiefs playing with 5 at the back. You could see now they want to close even is Sekhukhune now. Okay, they were attacking with the 3-5-2 in the second half when they bring Umham and then making tactical fouls there or to praise. So you could see that now the game is just scrappy because now the Sekhukhune United in second half didn't have the control of the game the way as they were having on the first half. So they were trying, but you could see that after those misses, there is nothing. So when they bring Abo Mtambo, then you could see, okay, they wanted, but it's such that the opportunities were not falling apart, especially after those 2 misses. And then after that, the game was just over. Even the substitution, they couldn't affect the game positively. Yes, they came upping and they played more interplay, but in terms of box entries and final third entries, and then there was nothing. So Kaizer Chiefs was solid Lapo defensively. And this thing of Peterson, you could see that he's different from Uvum. He's vocal there at the back. He's marshalling his back for even on set pieces, because there were many set pieces. He was just catching them. So you could see that he has been out for the whole season, and then now he wants to. So this thing of going to the end of the season, and then the players, they wanting to raise their hands, and some others they doing too much, and then they end up not even performing because they want to prove the point. So it's a critical time. We're going to the contract, the end of the season, so they want the job security, the players. So that's why maybe the games now, they are so unpredictable, because on a good day today Sekhukhune should have won, but Kaizer Chiefs now, they got opportunities second half. So even when you look at other games beside this one of Kaizer Chiefs, there are many results that are coming that you couldn't expect, because Cape Town City, they winning, about Stellenbosch, they winning. So you could see everybody's fighting for his life.
Yeah. Well, that's just about it. Refer to that. Amakhosi, I managed to get a point, and Sekhukhune managed to get a point as well, but I wouldn't say it was an easy game for both of them, because they're both fighting for something. Sekhukhune wants to be on the CAF Confederation, Amakhosi wants top 8. So I think that is why the game was as it was. I thought you will be happy about the game because you like those tactical games. You know, when one is going pound to pound, that is not a proper football match. That is not where you see the proper coaching and the tactics of the game. But that's just about it. This is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe. We are here and sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. From me, I'm Mfana Kamnika to Kapelu Tonsu Chama Maqoqo Komandla Hlangene ngithi we are out of here.